Today's spoiler video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Use the link below to pre-order your cards today. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another daily dose of War of the Spark spoilers. And today we have reached the very end of War of the Spark spoilers. The entire set is out, so today's video gonna be a little bit different. We do have a few cards from the set proper to talk about, but we also got a couple of sort of War of the Spark related product announcements that came out, including War of the Spark Mythic Edition and Signature Spellbook Gideon. So since we don't have that many war cards to talk about, I figured let's throw them all in together, go out big on our last day of daily spoilers. So that's the plan for today. Before we jump into the cards, a reminder that if you want to see the full set, spoiled in all its glory, sortable, filterable, all that stuff, check out MTGPreviews.com. Got you covered there. Also, if you haven't already, it would be so cool of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk our last batch of Daily War of the Spark spoilers, starting with the War of the Spark Mythic Edition, and oh my god, this is the best Mythic Edition yet. So Mythic Edition, if you remember, it's basically this weird product that they sell at first through the Hasbro toy shop, but now thankfully through the Hasbro eBay store. It goes on sale May 1st. There's 12,000 copies being sold, 2 per person. You can get them for around $250, I think is the actual price, $240. The thing is, when you buy this product, you not only get 2/3 of a booster box of War of the Spark, 24 packs of War of the Spark, you're also going to get 8 special extended art planeswalkers with new art, and the big takeaway here is the War of the Spark edition, it has Jace the Mind Sculptor and also Ugin the Spirit Dragon, and not even considering how crazy expensive these versions are going to be because they're very rare and they're foil and they're crazy, just these 2 cards in their normal printing is almost $200. And you're paying $240 for these 2 planeswalkers, 6 other full art planeswalkers, and most of a booster box, which is absolutely absurd. I've heard some people saying that their prediction is just the planeswalkers from War of the Spark Mythic Edition will be $800 by the end of the year, which means getting them for $240, even if that prediction is only halfway correct, if it's $400 at the end of the year, is just an insanely good deal. So Jace the Mind Sculptor, Ugin the Spirit Dragon, those are the 2 big ones. We also have 2 planeswalkers from War of the Spark proper, Gideon Blackblade, and also, of course, Nicol Bolas Dragon God with some super sweet art. I really love the art on Nicol Bolas Dragon God. Then we got a couple of kind of meh planeswalkers value-wise. Nahiri the Harbinger, Tezzeret the Seeker, they are playable in formats like Modern. Tezzeret shows up in some older decks, Vintage, Legacy sometimes. So they are playable, but not super expensive. And then a couple of casual planeswalkers in Sarkhan Unbroken and Garruk Apex Predator. Big ol' planeswalker destroy Garruk. So if you're interested in picking up these cards, my recommendation is mark your calendars for May 1st. Hasbro Toy Shop on eBay, or the Hasbro Toy Shop eBay site, whatever it is, Hasbro's eBay. Mark your calendars, get ready, because I expect these to go fast, because, like I said, the value is insane. I added up the value of just the 8 planeswalkers, non-foil, cheapest printing, and those planeswalkers added up to $280, and you're paying $240 to get all of those in special foil exclusive, super rare, only 12,000 set printed form, along with 24 booster packs of a high value set. So this is just a can't miss. If you have the extra money, financially speaking, this is a can't miss. Plus, it's a way you can get a copy of Jace. You can get a copy of Ugin, very playable cards as well. So slam dunk edition of Mythic Edition. The best one they have ever printed. The last one was a little bit meh. This one is off the chart, so definitely recommend picking it up if you can. Well, moving on from Mythic Edition, we also got a couple of cards from War of the Spark proper to talk about. One more rare, plane-wide celebration, celebrating the end of the Great War, the end of Nicol Bolas, I think. I don't know. I don't read the story enough. I believe he's trapped somewhere with Ugin or something, is how the story wrapped up. So, plane-wide celebration, pretty interesting. 7 mana sorcery, has 4 modes. You get to choose 4 of them, but the trick here is you can choose the same mode more than once. So this is actually very similar to a cycle of cards we saw in Commander. Fiery Confluence, Righteous Confluence, Mystic Confluence. This is kind of a confluence. Even bigger and badder because there's 4 options and you can choose 4. The confluences are 3 options and you can choose 3. So Plane-Wide Celebration, it offers a lot of value. Let's look at the mode. So first off, you can make a 2/2 creature token that is all colors. So in theory, for 7 mana, you can end up with 4 2/2 creature tokens. So that's 8 power and toughness. That's not horrible. Being all colors, kind of cute if you're trying to get like the Coalition victory, but not super relevant unless you're playing some sort of color matter deck. Then you can return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. So kind of a regrowth. I guess technically not because it says permanent card, so you can't get back spells, but still the ability to return a bunch of stuff from your graveyard to your hand. You can proliferate up to 4 times, which means all of a sudden your Teferi goes from 4 to 8, your Jace goes from 4 to 8, your Nicol Bolas goes from 4 to 8. It's just like ultimate all your Planeswalkers, pretty much. It's not guaranteed. Some Planeswalkers it doesn't light up, but often that's how it's going to work. You just cast this, all your Planeswalkers go up to ultimate, so that's pretty sweet. And then the last mode, gain 4 life, it's basically like beat mono red. If you live long enough to cast it and gain 16 life, it's very unlikely that mono red's going to be able to kill you. So Plane-Wide Celebration, it seems powerful. It's a lot of mana, but it does do a lot of different things, and the flexibility helps make up for it. Worst case, you make some tokens, that's fine. Best case, you got good permanents in your graveyard to get back, or maybe you need some life. And of course, we've been talking about choosing the same mode 4 times. You could split it up. If you want to, you can make a token, get back 1 permanent, proliferate once, gain 4 life. So there's a lot of flexibility. So I think that 7 mana obviously limits the card. It's not going to be a 4 of main deck card in every deck or anything, but there is a lot of power there, and if you're ramping, the life gain is nice. Getting back permanents can be relevant. Making some blockers in the citizen tokens can also be relevant. So we'll see where it can actually show up, but it does do a lot of different things and has a lot of flexibility for its mana cost. We've also got a few lower rarity cards. There are a ton of random commons and uncommons, and the whole set is out. So if you want to see everything, again, mtgpreviews.com got you covered. But the most interesting ones, Heartwarming Redemption, pretty sweet, like self-wheel. You discard your hand, draw that many cards plus 1, so you're going to end up with the same number of cards in your hand, and you get to gain life equal to the number of cards in your hand. So if you're looking to get rid of a bunch of bad cards, get some good cards, or have whenever you draw a card triggers, it can be powerful. Elite Guard Mage, Sweet Pit or Bodyguard card, basically a mini Cloud Blazer. You lose drawing 2 cards. You only draw 1 card, but you gain a little bit more life, and it's 1 less mana. So definitely an interesting card, and it's a wizard if you're playing a wizard deck. Return to Nature is actually one of the best, maybe the best naturalize we've seen. For 2 mana instant speed, you get to blow up an artifact or an enchantment, so that's a naturalize, or you can exile a card from a graveyard, which offers some nice flexibility. Maybe you can snipe a reanimation target, maybe you can snipe an Arclight Phoenix, and then Arboreal Grazer is a card that is like weird ramp. When it enters the battlefield, you can put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. So we'll see. This is a trick that something like Amulet Titan in Modern uses to great effect. We'll see what Shell can use it. It's not repeatable like some of the other options like Sakura Tribe Scout, but still an interesting and very cheap ramp option that gives you a nice defensive body as a 0/3 with reach. So those are our War of the Spark cards. The other thing that came out yesterday is Signature Spellbook Gideon. So you probably remember this. They did Signature Spellbook Jace last year. Well, Gideon gave himself up, is dead, apparently, in the War of the Spark story. So to celebrate the life of our White Planeswalker, we have his signature spellbook. So what are you getting in the signature spellbook? And this one, it also comes out around War of the Spark. I'm not sure I saw the exact date. I'm not sure if there is an exact date. But last year, it was $20 MSRP. I'm assuming it's the same, but there's technically no MSRP anymore. So I can't tell you exactly the cost, but it should be about $20. And you get 8 cards, new art, sweet processing, foiling, whatever. So first off, Gideon Jura, the original Gideon Planeswalker, then kind of the big value cards from the set. Rest in peace with Sweet New Art, Worship, one of my favorite lock pieces, a really spicy looking Path to Exile. Martyr's Bond is actually oddly expensive. It's a commander playable card in low supply from a commander set. So really, if you add together the value of all these cards in their original printing, it's like $45, $47, somewhere in there. So for 20 bucks, you're definitely getting your money worth just from like a $11 Rest in Peace, an $8 Worship, a $9 Path to Exile. You're getting your money's worth when you pick this up. And then there's a couple of just whatever cards. Black Raid Reforge has really sweet art. It is technically standard legal. Not very expensive though, just like $1. True Conviction, also not super expensive, but it is a commander staple. Richard has killed us many times on Commander Clash with True Conviction. And Shield by Faith, I mean, I guess if you want to protect something, it's fine. Not a super high value card though. So that is coming out as well. Signature Spellbook Gideon should be around $20. Value is pretty high. The cards look sweet. If you're a Gideon fan, you could do worse. And you get some stuff that's standard legal, lots of commander stuff, and even some modern stuff like Path to Exile, true modern staple. Worship shows up in modern as well. So you get some really solid options and playable options in this set. And anyway, that has been the end of our daily War of the Spark spoilers, not just for today, but for the entire spoiler season. But don't worry, we will have our top 10 videos for different formats coming up. We'll be talking about the set, playing the set starting next week. In the meantime, while you're waiting, check out the whole set on MTGPreviews.com and let me know what you think. How excited are you for the War of the Spark Mythic Edition? Is it worth getting? Are you going to schedule that? Try to snag some copies before they sell out? Value-wise, it seems like a slam dunk, but I want to hear what you think. What about Signature Spellbook Gideon? Are you excited for that one as well? What do you think about Gideon being dead? The rest of our actual War of the Spark cards? Let me know about those as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching all spoiler season. It's always fun to talk about the new cards every day, and we'll have another one coming up soon. By the time we wrap up War of the Spark, do the top 10 videos, EV breakdown, all that stuff, we're going to have Modern Horizon spoilers right around the corner, a few weeks away. So never-ending spoiler season, more will be coming. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy War of the Spark, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.